rare to see a fighter who fought early in the night go to the hospital with a broken nose and then come back to the press conference. Did you ask to come back?
Yeah, actually, I had on here to tell you guys that Duffy and Poirier wouldn't be here. I was going to end up in another George St. Pierre situation where PR tells me they're not here and he thinks he wasn't allowed to come or something. So,
no, I was at the hospital. I got a text, and it was Dave Scholler, and he asked me to come to the presser. Told him I was at the hospital, but I was going to get back as soon as possible because I wanted to watch Robbie fight. And I made it right before Robbie started fighting, so I'm here.
And this was a big story and a big move by the UFC to put you guys on the Fight Pass portion of the card. And I know you're into this sort of thing and competitive. Did you get a word of how many people were watching? And maybe Dana could speak on this as well, because I know, especially overseas, there was a lot of interest in this particular fight.
You know, I have no clue, but hopefully we push some subscriptions, you know.
Dana, do you have any idea?
it broke the record.
Broke the record for
Yeah.
Fight Pass?
Yeah.
Like the most watched?
The most, yeah. It's the most watched fight we've ever had on Fight Pass.
Wow, okay.
Question for Dustin Poirier. Dustin, in each of the rounds, you seem to have a very successful formula using strikes to set up a takedown, and then Duffy was vulnerable to the ground and pound on the ground. Did you realize after the first round that that was going to be something you could go back to each round effectively, or is that just how it happened to play out?
You know, after the first round, I felt like there wasn't that good of takedown defense from him against the fence, obviously, and so I went right back to it in the second round. Same thing in the third. He wasn't really defending that well, so it wasn't a struggle to get him down. I didn't use a lot of energy.
And a question for Dana White about that Poirier-Duffy fight. Dana, obviously between putting these guys as the featured bout of the Fight Pass prelims, the fact that you're putting Anderson Silva and Michael Bisping on Fight Pass here very shortly, it looks like in 2016 there could really be a focus on doing some big things on Fight Pass. Is this a intentional strategy moving forward that Fight Pass is going to get a little more attention?
It was all an accident, man. It was all an accident. Of course, that's the strategy that we've had since we built Fight Pass. You know, it started with the library. You know, dipped our toe in, started to learn a little bit about the business and how it works, and now it's catching its stride.
So you would anticipate we're going to see more and more of this type of thing, marquee events on Fight Pass?
Yeah, well, you know, Duffy versus Poirier was supposed to be on Fight Pass in Ireland. So we made sure that we made them the main event, and it went off at a better time in Ireland for, you know, Europeans to watch the fight, you know, whether it's the UK or wherever. And we were right.